Oh, come on inside. How about a cup of coffee? We got 36 years of memories right here. See where we've been for the last 3 decades. Places we've been, the people we've met, I want to share those with you. This is Memories from the Shoebox. Hey, welcome back, everybody. And we're going to find some Emerald City memories. And I think I've got just the box to do it. Hold on a second. Emerald City memories right here. Let's see what we got. Very, very first Emerald City ever. Look at that. We're going to talk about that someday. Hold on a second. Hold on. The White House. This is one of the most asked about jobs we've ever done. And this is Emerald City performing for the president at the White House. Not only once, but twice, which is unheard of for the Congressional Ball. Take a look at this. Look familiar? This is the gig we get asked about the most, because people always say, oh my God, you guys played the White House for the president. What was that like? And it was really special. You know, this job happened because we had done a wedding in Oklahoma City, and some of the bridesmaids actually were interns who worked at the White House. I didn't know that at the time. So after we did the wedding, about 2 weeks later, we got a call from the White House, and it was on my answering machine.
Hi, Emerald City Band. This is a serious call. It's not a crank call. I'm the social secretary at the White House in Washington for the President and Mrs. Bush, and we're wondering if you would like to come to the White House in December to play at our annual Congressional Christmas Ball, and we'd love to have you join us.
And this is not a crank call. You know, I thought it was, for sure. And we want you to come and perform for the Congressional Ball, which is an event they hold every year at the White House for all Congress and Senate and his whole cabinet. I mean, everybody's there. And this happens once a year. Now, most events at the White House, the Army Band or the Navy Band will play that event. But this is the one event where they bring in a social band, one of the top bands around the country. So we were blessed to being asked to do it. And so preparing for that event was like very, very intense. FBI, screened, and this was after 9/11. Yeah, and security was really, really high on this event. So what we need to do is we need to get Jim Foster, our trumpet player, who's been in the band since about '89. We need to get him on a Zoom call, and let's see if he remembers anything about this event. Let's do that. Jimmy, are you there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Whoa, what do you got going on?
Oh man, I'm doing some baking and some cooking.
Baking and cooking. I know you're a great cook. I didn't know you baked.
Oh yeah, I'm baking cannolis today. I got my cannoli baking hat on.
Hey, I love cannolis. I grew up on cannolis.
Yeah, well, I'm making that and some pasta fajoule.
Hey, Dearborn Italian Bakery, great cannolis. In Detroit. Have you ever been to Roma Hall? No. Because they were
bakery, yes.
Yes, but not Roma Hall. Anyways, if some of you Detroiters probably remember that, right? Roma Hall. All right. Now, what I'm talking about, Jimmy, today's Emerald City memory from the Shoebox. We're talking about this.
Oh yeah, I remember that very well.
Look at you. Look at you, right up by George.
Yeah, he was calling me Big Man, Big Boy. Get over here, Big Boy.
Right. And I think we're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, 2003, Jim?
I think so.
2003, the first one. So what are some of your memories about that gig?
I remember we had to all get background checks before we could even set foot on the grounds.
Big background checks.
Yeah, like a month beforehand.
Seriously,
Then,
I think, yeah.
going in, George Bush met us when we got there. He was super, super, super nice and just invited us in and make ourselves at home. And we just had a great time. We were in the Gold Room, I think is where we performed. And all the congressmen and their wives were there for this big Christmas party. And we got a love train going on, and we went through all the different rooms in that whole floor of the White House. It was really fun, really great party.
Yeah, a couple things you talked about. So before we even went, a month before we went, I mean, background check, I really think that there were not only background checks going on, but I think they sent some people from Washington to Dallas to even check out what we were doing, because I remember there was talk about that, but it was a very serious check. Got picked up by the White House van. When we went into the White House, we had to go through the front gate through intense security, and it was almost like airport times 5. And then when we get in the White House, it's just like an old house. Remind me of the Dallas Country Club a lot.
Yeah,
it does.
I remember I went looking for the bathroom, and I opened this door, and they had some steps led down. There's like 6 guys in SWAT uniforms with machine guns. I said, "Whoa, I'm just looking for the bathroom." They said, "Well, this isn't it."
Hey, talk about SWAT. I don't know if you remember, but there were SWAT on top of the White House. There was SWAT on the grounds of the White House. Like you said, there was at least 10, 15 people right below us, fully dressed in black, armed up. But the most interesting thing is we stayed at the Hay Adams, which is across the park from the White House. And as we walked across that park, I don't know if you remember, but the undercover security, dressed as homeless, laying in that park, had their two-way radios going off. I don't know if you remember that, but I'm like looking at what I thought was a homeless person, because there was a lot of homeless right around that whole area. But the two-way radios were going off. I'm like, these are undercover homeless people, man. I couldn't believe it. But, I just remember so much about that. I remember saying, okay, you got to introduce the president. Here's exactly what you got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States.
You can't deviate. You got to say exactly this. And I said, where can we go? What do we do? Where do you want us to say? You can go anywhere but upstairs. You go upstairs, you're going to his bedroom. Can't go upstairs. They were really, really cool, like you talked about. And they were saying, look, no videoing, nothing like that. Donald Rumsfeld, we had him in the love train. We had the Congress, the Senate, and I even have some footage. I got to try to find it, of us doing the love train around the White House with all Congress, Democrat and Republican, and the senators all getting along. It was a great hang. And we did such a good job that no band ever gets called back 2 years in a row, because it's a privilege to do it 1 year, and they try to spread the love, right?
Yeah.
But it was Emerald City. It's a great job. Laura Bush invited us back year 2. So we had an incredible time, 2 years in a row, White House, once in a lifetime experience that Emerald City had, man. And I appreciate you sharing that with us, because I can't always remember everything. But
it's truly a highlight.
It was. But, I smell something burning, Jim.
Oh, wait, I got to check on my cannolis.
Go do that.
Later.
See you later. I love Jim Foster. Funny guy. We're going to do a feature on him. He's been in the band since '89. But to zoom up, so when President Obama was sworn in, the day that he was sworn into office, George W. Bush and Laura Bush left to come back to Texas, to live here, actually. We had the honor to perform for him when he landed at the Air Force Base. I want to show you a picture of that real quick. So this is, take a look at this. This is the night he landed in Texas from Washington. Check it out. And I want you to notice somebody right down here. Right here. That's my daughter. That's Anna. Check it out. Talk about how things go in full circle. Check this out. She now works at the George W. Bush Library. How ironic is that, huh? So this is our memory This is our story from the Shoebox. We've got a lot of memories. And if you have any, make sure you Facebook or Instagram us some ideas or thoughts, because you've been with me for 36 years. So we want to hear from you. Again, thank you very much. Memories from the Shoebox. I'll see you next time.
Dino, it's Kathy at the White House, and Jeannie I know is close by, and we just want to say thank you for last night. You guys were wonderful. It was a wonderful party. The President and Mrs. Bush were thrilled. You are a delightful group of people to work with, and we'd love to have you back. So take care, Dino. Bye-bye.